Hi, everybody, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 38 of Power Networking Media's weekly feature program, Spotlight on Small Business. I'm your host, Moshe Klein. Thanks for taking a moment to like this YouTube video and for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Spotlight on Small Business introduces you to successful small business owners who share content and information that you don't want to miss. Today, I'm very pleased to welcome my friend and networking partner, Amy Rosenthal. Amy is a real estate professional with the HomeSmart Elite Group out in the Scottsdale area. Amy, welcome to the program.
Hi, Moshe. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for coming. My guess is that you're a very busy lady, so I think you're really probably carving out time to be a guest on the program today.
It is definitely a very brisk market out there.
All right, so I'm going to admit something to you, and I know our secret is safe here, right? Because nobody else will hear this conversation. But when COVID first came to become a part of our lives back in early 2020, businesses all over the country, Amy, were closing, and millions of people lost their jobs temporarily or permanently. And I have to be very honest with you. One of the thoughts that came to mind was that this would not be good for real estate values. The economy had just picked up, people were employed at record numbers, and real estate values were starting to really go up measurably. Boy, was I wrong. So my first question to you, Amy, is tell us what it's been like for you in the world of real estate over the last 2 years, and what are you seeing today?
Well, when COVID first hit, the first couple of weeks, nobody really knew what to expect. And the market just kind of mainlined. There was no up, not much down. People just didn't know what to make of it. Then after a few weeks, when businesses learned that they could have their employees work from home and still be as efficient, if not more efficient from their own home, people decided, well, if I'm going to work and live at my home, I want a bigger home, or I need a home office, I need my own space, I could live in the suburbs. So you started to see city living spread out into the suburbs, where families could have larger homes, larger lots, more space overall. And that has just compounded month after month after month. And we have seen record appreciation in the homes every single month. So I think it really has to do with the job climate, where if you're not going into an office, you could work anywhere. There's no sense in being super close to your office to have a shorter commute when the commute could be from your bedroom to your office.
Amy, I want to ask you about that. I want to pull on that thread about working at home. Now, obviously, before COVID, people were working from home, but nowhere near in the numbers that we're seeing today. And I think it's going to continue even after COVID is in the rearview mirror. So not only has the market reacted differently than I predicted, but also I think the type of homes people are looking for and the location, as you suggested, has changed because of COVID. What are you seeing when people shop with you for a property and there's one or both of the people working from home? What are their needs and their demands and their must-haves in terms of the home design, and how has that changed since the onset of COVID?
Well, most people now need a little bit of a larger home, because if you have one or two people working from home, you now need one or two offices or designated spaces that could be used as an office. Now, I have always worked from home. Well, I shouldn't say always, but I'd probably say the past decade to 15 years, I have worked from my home. So I've always made sure that I have an office. If I had a home that just had enough bedrooms and living space for my family, but not a designated space, I would find it difficult. So I find that buyers these days are looking for more space, whether it be outside, having their own pool or barbecue or grassy area for the kids to play, or dogs to play, or they also want more space inside the home so that the kids can be doing a lesson or watching TV while the door is closed and work can still continue. So I find that more people are going to the suburbs and sprawling out a bit more than they were.
Amy, you touched on another thing that I know is reality, and that people are looking for more outdoor space. And they're also investing more in building out that outdoor space. People are putting in swimming pools, pergolas, better quality outdoor kitchens and grills. So what are people asking for in terms of outdoor space? Are they looking for outdoor homes that have built up outdoor space, or are they wanting to roll up their sleeves and do it themselves because they know they're going to be spending more time than ever outdoors on their own property?
Well, I think right now with the lack of inventory that we have in our market, that people are open to both types of concepts. Ideally, it would be nice to have a home that you could just move into. But some people like to have what's known as sweat equity, where you buy a home that is perhaps in a bit disrepair or needs a little love to it, and you can do it yourself. So if the home has somewhat of what you're looking for, I find that buyers are a lot more flexible and are looking at properties that check every box. And then they're also looking at properties that don't necessarily check them all, but could possibly over time.
Amy, I can't believe it. I could talk to you all day about this. You're such a wellspring of knowledge and information. You've been in the industry a long time. You're highly respected in the area that you service. So we are out of time. I want to just get one more quick question in. What advice do you have for people who might be thinking about selling their home for whatever reason, or thinking about buying? Bring us back now to 2022, not what has happened, but what you think is going to happen over the next few months or a year. What advice do you have for our listeners?
The most important thing is to work with a real estate professional. You are dealing with the biggest investment of your life, and you need a professional who understands the market and this kind of a market to represent your interests. It may seem really easy. Oh, I can just put a sign up in my yard and I can get an offer. But you don't know what to do with that offer. You don't know what to do afterward. When you are ill, you go see a doctor. When you need a lawyer, you go see a lawyer. So when you're dealing with the biggest investment of your life, working with a licensed realtor is really important to protect your best interest. So that's the best advice I can give. The way that I see 2022 going, at least for the first 6 months, you're going to start to see a lot of the same of what you saw last year. We have a lot of winter visitors here who are going to be getting into the market in the next couple of weeks or month to start looking for a second home. So we're starting to see inventory shift down a little bit right now. And interest rates are still low. So it's still going to be a frenzy out there for at least the next 6 months. The appreciation may lessen instead of 3% per month, but we're still going to have plenty of appreciation this year. So it's definitely a case where you do not want to wait if you're not already in the market.
Amy, I think that's great advice and also excellent insight. We are sadly out of time. So I want to ask you, how can our listeners who might want to reach out to you confidentially, one-on-one, to talk about their real estate needs or circumstances? What's the best way for someone to get a hold of you, Amy?
Absolutely. My phone number, for starters, is 602-430-3158. You can also email me. My email is amyrosenthalrealtor@gmail.com. And I have a Google page. I have a web page. If you Google Amy Rosenthal Realtor in Scottsdale, Arizona, I will come up. And I've done this for 26 years. So I am all over the internet in regards to real estate.
Well, like I said, Amy, you are a very well-known and highly respected industry professional. Amy Rosenthal, real estate professional at HomeSmart Elite out in the Scottsdale, Arizona area. Thank you again for taking time out of your very, very busy day to be a guest on our program. If you'd like to be a guest on Spotlight, just send an email to team@powernetworkingteam.com and we'll make those arrangements right away. Until next time, good luck and good networking, everyone.